Hello YouTube, this is Zombie Slayer, and today I'm going to be bringing a different video than I did before. It's been a long time, it's been 2 years I think is the last time there was a video on my channel released. This is a zombie modding channel for people who don't know. Uh, anyways, so today I'm going to be telling you how to actually compile your map, how to use Launcher and Script Placer, as well as doing a little bit of Radiant, but not too much because, you know, there's a million and one tutorials on that, and also I'm not going to be doing a tutorial on how to install mod tools because, again, you can get that off Zombie Modding, and you can also get it off YouTube. There's a million other, websites that do that kind of stuff, and there's a million tutorials out there. So, um, let's let's get into it. So, what you want to do is after you've downloaded Script Placer and so there will be two different script placers that I will put into the description. At least I'll try to put this other script placer in. I don't quite know if I'll be able to find it again, frankly. Um, but anyways, this script placer that I know of is this one. There's also this script placer, but it's a lot simpler and it's not very inclusive. There's not very much that it actually does other than just set up basic files for your map. So I'll try to include that other one. I suggest to use this one because, as you can see, there's much better stuff in here. So this is the UGX script placer, and this is what I've used for making my maps so far. And you can use load screens, solo load screen, mission screens, and pause screens. Um, I haven't actually used any of these. It's kind of annoying because every time I do it, it just like hangs there and just sits there. It doesn't say that it's not responding. It just hangs there. Don't quite understand why. So, and then down here you type in your map name for like Nazi underscore zombie underscore example. Like that. And down here you do like example. I don't know, I'm just typing in what was there, but anyways, this is basically the easiest way I'm going to do this. I'm going to just name a map example. And here you can disable the console, disable God mode, disable UFO and no clip, and disable no target. Here, you can do this and everything, so. And then also, if you do have a path other than the default game path, you're going to want to select this and choose your game path. I already did that, so I don't need to. But, and as you can see, you can start off with a blank map or a sniper bolts tutorial map. Just use this sniper bolts tutorial because, yeah, I already did this before, so it'll overwrite a little bit. So, as you can see, no examples, no errors. And then after you do that, you can actually, yeah, you can open up Launcher now. And you always have to run Launcher as administrator if you don't know that already. Um, but as you can see, it's set up these two different things here. And these are going to be used for compiling your level. This area is going to be compiling your level. This is going to be compiling your mod. Don't get them mixed up. So first we're going to compile our mod. I suggest you do mod.csv. That means that it's going to compile everything that's in here. Because as you can see, fast files, mod CSV. So you only need build mod.ff fast files and build IWD file. So go ahead and click that, and then there you go. Build your mod. You've built your mod. Then what you're going to want to do is go over here, select your mod from this menu. Make sure you do this. And then you're just going to do connect paths, compile reflections, compile lights, compile BSP, compile fast files. You can do BSP info, but I don't really ever do that. You can change how much lighting, how nice your lighting is. I don't really notice too much of a difference, but always for testing, I just do fast. And BSP info, I never even do anything with that. So, I gotta start this because it's gonna take a while probably. So, come on. Yep. And then this window always opens. Okay, come on. And these areas, you don't have to pay anything attention to these. These are always going to come up no matter what. Just felt like deleting that from the console, just so that you people would know. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so now you've built your actual map file. Now you can go ahead and compile your patch. Oops. Go over to example, and then you're just going to do build fast files. None of the other stuff. Just build fast files, and then there you go. Every time you do that, you should come up with some purple text. Every time you do compile your map or anything, you'll come up with purple text saying that it's moved them. If you don't, that means that you've done something wrong and hasn't moved everything. And then also you can double check by going over to your, brace with me here. This has been a long time since I've actually done this. Go over to your where your users, and then you can also check there's Activision, and then this is where you used to put mods before they started making the AXCs that do it for you. But anyways, as you can see, it's got all the files needed, so then you got no errors on that. And I'll open up Radiant to show you what kind of a map it gives you. I don't know why it started up over there. Let's just make this full screen here. And as you can see, textures and everything. These are just all the default textures. And now you're going to want to open up your map. Go to World at War, Map Source, and this is where it stores all of your maps that you've made, or that you've created with Script Placer, and a few others like Prototype, and Tutorial is made with Script Placer, and yeah. Anyways, you get the point. Open up your map file. That's this one, not your patch, just your example, or not example, your regular map, not the _patch. And as you can see, this is what happens when you use Script Placer. It creates all this stuff in here. This is all just, example stuff. You can delete it or you can just keep it there. This is a teleporter. This is spawn. I think these are what are these? Yeah, these are initial spawn points as well for multiplayer. And if you want to bring up the entity window, if you're going to want to select something, shift click, left click. And then if you want to bring up the entity window to see what it is, press N. And then, as you can see, you can't close this. So you're just going to have to hit N again, and then it closes it for you. So that's the inspector kind of window. And as you can see, we got some zombie spawns out here and everything. And, I'll go over the light grade volumes and the volumes later. This triggers just a playable area, and that's for spawning power-ups. And then these are just, over here, these are more teleporters that you have to link. Anyways, that's what is created with Script Placer. Sorry, I had to move it out of the way because I'm using fraps and the little thingies in the corner. So that's just the standard map. So now after you do that, you should be fine. You shouldn't have any problems. Ask any questions if you do have any problems, because I know how to basically fix most of them, because for a long time I had problems compiling my maps, and getting mod tools working properly. I don't anymore, but, before I did. What the heck are you doing? World at War. World at War is just like the most freaking annoying thing in the world when it comes to, there we go, that's better. Um, yeah, and Radiant takes a while to load and it crashes a lot, just like World at War. um, yeah, so back to errors. So if you do come up with any errors, you can go ahead and put it in the comments. Please give feedback. Try to, if you have any problems, please say. So every so often you'll come up with this red error. Um, it's like unrecoverable error or something like that. That just means that you have not enough RAM in your computer to compile right that second. Like, right now it's got 61%. I think that actually if it does that, it'll give me a recovery error. So let me go over to something like this, one of my other maps, see if it gives me that error. No, it doesn't. Well, anyways. And again, also, if you get these errors, don't mind it. Just means you use live textures. Doesn't even do anything, I think. And sometimes you also get other texture kinds of things, like textures aren't aligned. No problem with that also. Anyways, I'll show you the map. Alright, so as you can see, I stopped the video so that you could see it full screen. So here is the map that we made later, or earlier. Later. And as you can see, there's no load screen. Like I said, that only happens if you disable the console. Don't quite understand why it does that, but it does. And then this is what you do just to launch your map. Example. And as you can see, here it goes. Loads up fine. And boom. My texture's glitched because I don't have a... Whoa, that's really weird. I had to replace the cold earlier. So whenever you see me whenever you see me on another map, or making maps in tutorials, it'll always be with the other Colt. So anyways, well, that's weird. That's it for this tutorial. That should be it. As you can see, everything is working properly. As you can see, go on box and everything. And the zombies are spawning. I'll show you later in videos how to actually make zombie spawners and zoning and teleporters and everything like this. All these things, you normally get these you can get them as prefabs, so you can load them up as prefabs, and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so that should be it, and I will see you in the next tutorial.